Soundings Audiobooks presents an unabridged recording of Honor Redeemed, written by David Donachie, read by Gerry O'Brien. The moral right of the author has been asserted. This performance is owned by Soundings, Whitley Bay, NE262JT. Chapter 1. Even low in the water, George Markham could see the French artillery shells arcing through the sharp dawn sky towards the heavily laden boats. The swell off the coast of Cape Corse seeming to lift the cutter to meet them halfway. To the south, that portion of Admiral Hood's fleet sent to bombard the Finale fort and the town of San Fiorenzo blazed away. The flash of their great guns followed seconds later by a succession of dull thuds, these mixed with boom from the land-based cannon, some of which had turned their attention to the approaching boats. The knot in Markham's stomach on this, his first amphibious operation, was made up of apprehension mixed with a great deal of uncertainty. It proved of little comfort to recall that, amongst the mixed bag of men he commanded, not one had experienced this particular form of warfare, an opposed landing on a hostile beach. For what they were required to do, when they did reach dry land, he had received none of the instructions to which, as an ex-army officer, he was accustomed. Any conferences about tactics had been confined to the higher commanders, naval and military. It was the complete opposite of regimental warfare, where the conclusions of such councils filtered down to the line officers, with clear objectives outlined, plus abundant information about the terrain they must cover and the enemy they faced. Captain de Lisle, the commander of his ship Hebe, had been vague to the point of opacity, his orders an airy instruction to get ashore and take Finale, as though that bastion had neither walls, guns, nor a French garrison. Markham had no idea of the quality of that defence, and who would be there to support him on his right or his left. The shells heading their way were the first indication, a calling card to say that, at about 800 yards from the shore, the first wave of attackers were well within range. Dozens of boats were spread out in the bay, each moving at its own maximum pace, but all were converging on a limited strip of beach, so every stroke of the oar brought them closer together, giving Markham, who was somewhere close to the centre, a feeling of being hemmed in. For a nation that prided itself on the efficiency of its artillery, this first salvo was less than perfect.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?